Hello students and welcome back to yet another lecture of the online lecture series initiated by Shet Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College of Science and Commerce Vasai. I am Mrs. Snehal Falkau. Students, as I have mentioned in my first video that your English course book for this year has new features. One of them is an addition of a separate section for writing skills. We have already discussed summary writing from section 3, that is writing skills. Students, all of you at some point in your life have engaged yourself in a discussion either with your friends, parents or classmates. The topic of discussion might have been either which car to buy or which place to go for a picnic or what gift to buy for your favorite teacher. And I'm sure a discussion would have definitely brought a solution. Today, we are going to study a writing skill from section 3, that is writing skills. This is a writing skill about which you are already aware of, that is a group discussion. What is a group discussion? A group discussion is a formal discussion conducted on a topic among a group of 10 to 12 participants. What are the uses of group discussion? Group discussions are one of the effective interactive methods of classroom learning. They are used to select candidates for different courses or for jobs by employers. They are used to gauge whether a candidate possesses certain skills required for pursuing a particular course or a job that involves working in groups, giving opinions, and solve problems together to achieve common goals. The candidates are tested for their knowledge and communication skills as well as their ability to work as a part of a group and to lead others towards conclusions and solutions. Group discussions are usually held on topics of four kinds. Firstly, factual. For example, on topics like plastics should be banned. Secondly, a social or a political issue. For example, moral policing. Next is abstract. For example, conscience. And lastly, case study based, where the group discusses a case study and analyzes it or offers solutions. How is a group discussion conducted? The group is given a topic. The members contemplate on it for a few minutes and then discussion starts. The participants analyze the topic from their respective angles and present their views and opinions. The participants use their understanding of the topic to give opinions on it and support their ideas with logical arguments. The discussion is usually for 10 to 15 minutes. Experts listen to the members and evaluate them accordingly. Since communication is a two-way process, it is important that besides speaking, one listens to the participants in the group discussion and respond to their ideas or take them forward. This can be done in some of the following ways, like helping start the discussion, giving direction to it, making sure that everyone's views are heard and thought about so that the group moves towards some kind of agreement, and closing it with a summary or a conclusion. The language of group discussions. Here are some expressions you can use to perform different functions during a group discussion. For example, while expressing opinions, you can use some of the following expressions like I believe, could I make a point please? It seems to me, I think, in my opinion, etc. Similarly, while expressing agreement, following expressions can be used like absolutely, I fully agree with, you're right. For expressing disagreement, some of the following expressions can be used like I'm afraid I don't agree with. I can see your point, but I respect your point of view, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I see it a little differently. You may have something there, but I can't go along with you on this, etc. While suggesting, following expressions can be used. I think we should. Let's. Don't you think we could? Why don't we? Couldn't we? Etc. Similarly, when asking for opinions, following expressions can be used, such as what is your opinion on? I wonder, what do you think about? What do you feel about? I'd like to know your stand on, etc. While interrupting, some of the following expressions can be used, such as I'm sorry to interrupt, but excuse me, could I add something please? That's true, sorry, but etc. While handling interruptions, such expressions can be used like just a moment please. Could I finish what I'm saying? If you could just let me finish. Could you wait for a minute please? Etc. And lastly, while concluding, such expressions can be used like to summarize or to conclude. We can conclude by saying, let's run quickly through the main ideas before concluding the discussion, etc. These were some of the expressions that can be used while participating in a group discussion. Now let's quickly summarize some important points to remember when you participate in a group discussion. Firstly, understand the given topic well. Secondly, put forth your views and perspectives. Next, don't only speak but also listen. And lastly, take into consideration someone else's views, opinions, and perspectives. Now that we are done with how to go about with the group discussion, let us take a quick look at an example of group discussion. In this sample group discussion, there is an evaluator and there are 4 participants. Evaluator. You have all been given a few minutes to think on your topic for today's group discussion, which is, do you think teenagers should be given a separate mobile phone? You may now begin the discussion. Who would like to start? Manisha. I think the topic of the discussion is very relevant to all of us here. As teenagers, we are so fond of our mobile phones and its different features that have become irresistible to us. I feel mobile phones are quite necessary. They are quite helpful for educational purpose. We can get support for their various subjects just at the click of a button. Anamika. I also agree with Manisha because nowadays people use smartphones and they can get access to any information they want, like travel information, recipes, courses, colleges, etc. John. Yes, I would like to add to it. I don't think students use the mobile phones only for seeking useful information. They use it for entertainment too. They listen to songs, watch movies, etc. I am afraid they see unsuitable things too. Moreover, they spend long hours on the phone. Anamika? Yes, John, you're absolutely right. But I think parents have made them aware of the abuses of the mobiles and they are mature enough to understand how to use the mobile phone productively. Ananya? Yes, all this is true. But don't you all agree that they do see unwanted things and waste their time in things not suitable for their age group? John, I agree with what Ananya says. It's a sheer wastage of time, money, and energy. Anamika, I feel that most of the students have forgotten the basic use of mobile phones. They have to travel long distances for tuitions and other purposes. The parents can keep a track of their children. That is the main reason why parents have given them mobiles. John, yes, but students have become lazy. They lack concentration. They don't read books. The phone keeps ringing and disturbs them now and then. Manisha, parents and institutions block some sites so that students are not able to view unwanted material. The risk is there, but with advantages, there are disadvantages too. Evaluator. All right, everyone, your time's nearly up. Could someone please conclude? John. Taking the points into consideration, mobile is good and a useful tool. But a time period should be allotted to the students to use mobile so that the students do not become couch potatoes. Eye problems, posture problems, psychological problems have increased. They sometimes become violent if mobile phones are taken away from them. They can use these phones, but they should be made to use them judicially. Students, this was a sample example of group discussion. In the exam, you will be given a topic and you are expected to write a group discussion of the similar type. Thank you.